Right, good evening everybody. Good evening. I'm a bit all over the place at the moment. A few minutes late this evening. Just checking a couple of bits and pieces. Hopefully, I haven't been able to do a check. Hopefully you can see the stream and everything is all okay. Let me just do a quick double check on here and just make sure we're all good. I think that we are. We've got Old Man Stu, Rita and Greg in the chat this evening. Welcome to you guys. And we have got a few people in the room at the moment. Greg White, Grenster, Mad Mikey, me, Rita. Old Man Stu, I think, is going to be sitting out on this one. He hasn't got the car. For the second race, we're looking at doing the Formula F3 500B. So that is the Formula car, the one that a lot of people really like. Tends to be more popular than any of the others at the moment. So that's the F3 500B. Again, if you haven't got that, I might have to work out something when we get to that point. And then we're in the GR4s around Maggiore Maggiore West End, and the GR3s in Monza. I am probably only going to manage 2 of the cars this evening, and I've got a completely different setup. I've got a lumbar support in my back, which I don't normally run in, just to try and sort my posture out a little bit more. The seat back is further back than normal, so it's slightly reclined, and also I've got a softer brake pedal. So I don't quite know how it's going to go this evening. It could be a complete nightmare. So, but it can't be any worse than last night. Oh, I could not race last night to save my life. It was terrible. Just didn't even feel as if I could put a lap together last night at all, which was really annoying because we got up against some of the real quick PSR people last night, and I did feel as if I was a duck out of water in every stretch of the imagination. Old Man Stu, it doesn't come around much in the used cars. I definitely have the F1 car. That's good. Yeah, if you get this one, grab it. We do quite a few of the cars, or the cars that we run. I've got to update the lists. It's all time, but all of the lists are in the Discord of all the cars that we run, so you can get the complete list and see what you need to pick up. But essentially, the used cars aren't normally too expensive, so my advice would be just grab them all if you can. But we don't run all of them. And I can't jump out into the used car dealership and have a look at them right now and say, oh, we do that one, and that one, because I'd have to close the room down. But there we go. Ollie, good evening. How did you get on with your race? Unfortunately, I was watching Ollie doing the Daily Race C earlier on his stream, and then I had a call from a customer and needed to go and do some work. So I didn't get to know how he finished up in that one, and then work got busy. My daughter came over and we popped out with the dogs, and she's still here actually. She's downstairs with Joe, and yeah, it turned out to be a nice restful afternoon, which was really good. So hopefully Ollie did okay. He was in with some really quick races, and I think we're saying yesterday he was in with Sammy Snake, Rory, a whole load of really quick people. I got a P5 at best. Then the rest was spinning or getting taken out. Getting taken out at your level, that surprises me. I thought that they were pretty clean, those top split races. And Old Man says, I've looked for this every day since I missed the last one. Oh, they normally, I think, what, about 3 months, two to 3 months, I think they normally come round. It is the case though, whenever I'm looking for a specific car, I can wait, we seem to wait ages for it to come round. Because the other car that I'm watching out for at the moment is the Toyota MR2. Because when the Toyota MR2 comes out, we will be doing a full evening of that, and then I'm hoping to feature that a little bit more in some of these races as well. So this BMW that I adore features in quite a few. And I'd like to get the M2 in there as well at some point. It's a lovely livery, that HSBC one that's on Greg's car. Mad Mikey's got the Labatt's one from the British Touring Car days. Rita is in a Degussa Cat Michelin livery and just retiring to the pits. Wheels is in a black car and Deluxe is in a white one. Wheels is in a black, and I'm in the one that we used for the memorial race the other evening. Right, so we've got just under 2 minutes before we go racing. I didn't fill up my water bottle, so I have got a cup of tea up there, so I might have to go and do something with that one. Michael Phil, good night from the park with my dogs. Oh, I hope you're having a good walk with your dogs, my friend. I hope the weather's better than it is here. Oh, the weather here in Northamptonshire has been beautiful sunshine. 10 minutes later, raining cats and dogs. And of course, my daughter came over. We decided to take the dogs out, and it was beautiful sunshine. And we literally got round the corner to like the little woody walkway, and it chucked it down. So we didn't get to walk very far. We ended up coming back. It was hailing. Oh, the hailstones were coming down, which the dogs weren't very impressed with. So, yeah, that was fun. Incidentally, I am aware that the subscriber count is all to whack in this one. I can do a very quick fix on it, but I will do that later on. I don't want to mess around with that while we're on the stream. So, yeah, we've got 5.5 subscribers, apparently. No, we haven't. We're actually doing pretty well on the subscribers. But that's the reason why that little figure is off in the bottom left hand corner of the stream. I will get that sorted out later on. So Mike O'Phil says it's windy but okay. Good. Yeah, been interesting. Right, so yeah, so I've got this evening I've got a softer brake pedal. I've also got a weird lumbar support in my back, which is annoying the living daylights out of me. And I've also got my seat back reclined slightly, just trying to sort my posture out a little bit whilst sitting in the rig here. And that's obviously going to make things slightly different for me. And if I crash out, I apologise. The other thing I want to try and do, as I said last night, is get a little bit more used to this view. A lot of people use this view because you can see so much more, and I know that Hulky got very quick using this view as well, and several people have said ditch the bumper cam because it's very low and you get tucked up behind somebody, you cannot see anything at all. And the only reason that I usually steer clear of this one is I hate being really high up, like sitting on the roof of some of the cars. It drives me nuts. So we may well give this view a go this evening and just see how we get on. The biggest problem here is getting to grips with where the side of the track is. Thankfully we're not a Red Bull ring. But, we'll give it a go, and you can see so much more of the track. We're off there. The other thing you have to do is watch the radar an awful lot more, so you don't get in people's way, because there's no mirror, and I hate the fact there's no mirror. That's one of the other reasons why when people say, why do you use the bumper cam, why I use it, especially when I am streaming and hosting, because there's a million things that I'm looking at. I exaggerate ever so slightly. I like to have the mirror up the top, so that this one here, the mirror, I can see who's coming up behind, and I can make sure that I get out the way of people. But we'll give this one a go tonight. Oh, Mikey's off. I'm off massively. I may well need to move this lumbar support thing out of my back because it is driving me nuts already. I may well do that at the end of the quali. Although we have got already a 1 second penalty That says Mikey in front of me. So we'd only... Oh, so's Wills. What are we all doing with the penalties? Is anybody going to get a lap time in this race, I wonder? Got a car behind. Well, Mad Mikey's way off into the gravel there. We'll stay over to the right hand side because there are some cars coming through. Again, the stupid thing, I hate this in Gran Turismo. You slam your brakes on a track, you've got fast cars coming up behind, and then you've got to rejoin, etc. Makes life a little bit difficult. Oh no, somebody's taken all the distance boards out there that I use for braking. Oh, I can hear horns, so I know this car's close. But once again, you can't see them. Don't go off, don't go off, don't go off. Oh. I think that's going to be another penalty. It is. I'm going to bail so I don't get in the way of these cars. Just got a quick update to do on here before I get into problems. That's something I had forgotten to do. There we go, that's done. And I'm just going to very, very quick. I'm going to remove this thing. It is driving me nuts. I might have to do something with that tomorrow. Try running with it and get used to it. I thought I'd give it a whirl tonight. But it feels very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable indeed. Which probably now means I need to move my seat forward. I can't even reach the pedals. Okay. So hands on top of the rig. The wheel. Knees are bent. Let's see how that one goes. Feels better. Oh, yeah, slightly reclined back. So we'll see how that goes. Right, how are we doing? I wonder. Let's just put some info on. That was so obviously penalties are going to be an issue for me around here, especially. And as I said, in this view, I'm really struggling with the braking points and things. It's so different to what I'm used to. But if we've got to relearn everything, we'll just have to relearn everything. It's just the way that it is, unfortunately. So Ollie is leading the way at the moment, a 206.138. Oh, Mikey, a 205.628, half a second faster. Wow, where did that one come from, I wonder? What a lap that was, Mikey. Half a second faster than Ollie. And Greg is in there with a 206.158. Wills with a 206.162. Grenster with a 206.190. And we've got half a second covering the top 5 racers in this one. Grenster says, what is the difference between 2P and P5? Nothing. Half a second. Half a second. Greg, sadly, I had a penalty on his lap. Wow, Mikey, what a lap time that was. Loving it. Loving that one. Mad Mikey and Ollie are going to lead us away on row number 1. Row number 2 is Greg White and Wills. Row 3 is Grenster and Deluxe. And I am on row number 4 with Rita at the back. Old Man Stu and number 1 Pops are watching for the moment. Not even 0.1 between 2 and P5, says Grenster. Really, really, really close. Really, 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 really close. Right. Okay. So we're all chasing Mikey off the line. No pressure. No pressure at all. Right. So I'll just remind you guys, especially those of you that are racing near me, I have got completely set up on my rig tonight. This is almost like starting the game for the first time. It'll be interesting. Right. Let's get going in this one with 5 lights. And we are racing at Watkins Glen. I was a bit too cautious through that first corner. Rita's got a flyer off the line. The marshal's already handing out the penalties. D-Lock's there with a 1 second. Get round. Oh, followed Rita off into the grass. Right, the track, Mitch. We're all getting penalties here. He looks just paying his one. To concentrate here. Locks nice still side by side. Of course, we do have the penalty. Got another one there. We're already 8 seconds off of Mikey. It's monster in this one. I've done a 2:18.6, he's done a 2:12.1. How on earth is that quick? That's incredible. We've got Ollie's out front at the minute now in first place. Can't quite catch D-Locks at the moment. I'm trying. 2:10, 2:49. Ollie's done a 2:05. So just when I thought I'd done a half decent lap, I'm still finding myself way off the pace and 10 seconds back. Trying very hard to catch Gr.x in front. Some of this is knowing which of those curbs you can jump across through the bus stop and which you can't. Where are we? Still 2.5 seconds off of Gr.x. He's going away. 2.6 now. Now up to 2.8. So we're half a second a lap faster. Still struggling to even stay with the guys in front, let alone try and close up. And I'm back into my old view, I've just noticed. Need to be in this different view. This is the one I want to be working in. This is the magic view that everybody said, go in this one. You could see so much more. It's so much easier. .2081. Still 2.5 seconds, if my maths is right, off the pace. Falling back further and further, 12 seconds behind at the moment. And 3.7 behind Gr.x now. Whoa. Again, in this view, I am hopeless. Come on, get round, get round, get round. Get round, get round, get round. Oh, another half second from somewhere. We are just in these track limits starting to going out of fashion. Oh, and another one. Yeah, I've been able to do a lot of work on this view. To get used to it. Thought I had a better line through there. Alas not. Gr.x waiting for me again. Thank you, Gr.x, but not really giving you much of a race in this one, I'm afraid. 1.5 seconds wait there. Watching the radar for when he comes on because I don't want to run him off the track. You do have to use the radar an awful lot more in this view. It's a bit crazy because you've got the radar tucked away down in the bottom of the corner, so you've got to take your eyes off the road for that, and you've got no rear view mirror either. Whoa. Oh wow, my Coalfield has almost uploaded in YouTube every video at the rally you went to last weekend. You'll have to let us know the URL for that. Drop me a note of the URL in our Discord, because if you put it up here in YouTube, I'll miss it because it will get swallowed up and forgotten. So drop me that in Discord, and we'll have a nose and have a look. Looks like Greg White and Wills had a really good race. Right, let's have a little look in here. Yeah, I need to work hard on that view, I think. It's certainly more difficult, I'm finding, to find the edge of the track, because I'm used to using the gauges on the curbs and things to find the edges of the track, whereas now I've got a completely different perspective. So probably going to take a little bit of time. So it's probably going to be a big step forward, a big step backwards before I take 2 steps forwards. That's what I'm telling myself. That's what I'm hoping. And I need to try and get back on terms, because I want to be racing in the middle again. I just want to be racing in the middle. It looked like it was really close up front. So Mikey with a 2:05.405 and your winner. Grenster in second with a 2:05.244, 1.2 seconds back. Ollie in third with a 2:05.711. Greg White in fourth with Wheels Racing right behind him. Wheels getting a 2:05.208 and the fastest lap, and 2 thousandths of a second between Greg and Wheels. What a race those two had. And then an awful lot further back, me, Gr.x waiting for me in 7th, and Rita in 8th. Top 3 for that one: Mad Mikey, Grenster and Ollie. And I, my friends, have an awful lot of work to do. I really do. Grenster says, great aspect of the bonnet view is you'll have way more point of view, but the great downside is some cars are downright undrivable in bonnet view. Yeah, and it's one of the reasons why the bonnet view, or what they refer to as the roof cam, I have been trying to stay away from, because I'm actually going to enter this one. So yeah, some of them are just horrible. You're so high up, it just feels completely wrong to me, and I prefer to be lower down. And the bumper cam does actually suit me an awful lot. Greg White says, worth a watch back. That was a classic. I've got the one to do the other day as well, where there was a dead heat on the line, I really, there's so much to do, so much to do. Right, who doesn't have the F3500B? I can see Grenster's not in, Dnotes isn't, Rita isn't, and number one Pops. I'm just thinking if none of you have, oh no, they're all jumping in with it. Okay, that's fine. Got lots of people jumping in. I am going to be spectating this one. I better let everybody know when we're going to go in this one. So this qualifier is going to be at 22 for this. So just give people 5 minutes. I need to give them people 5 minutes for this one because it's a big step up from where we were. You've gone from a road car with sports tyres now into a Formula car, and a big one at that. Good example is the Suzuki VGT GL3, both undrivable in cockpit and bonnet view, so it leaves third person or the dial view to be used. Yeah, you see, I love, my favourite car of all is the BMW VGT, and you can't drive that in the roof cam. So I have a funny feeling that I am going to go back to the dial view, to the bumper cam, even though you cannot see as much. And if that causes me a little bit of an issue, then I'm just going to do it. I keep on experimenting with the roof cam, because then you do have the bonnet and you can see your distance to the car in front in the daily races, whereas the camera that I normally use, you cannot see the bonnet. What I would really love, and again this is a failing of Gran Turismo, in ACC you could move the camera down. In fact, you can move the camera left, right, up and down. So if you want to race on a left or a right hand drive car, you can move the camera all over the place. But what I tended to do was bring it right the way down, so I felt like I was in a car. So you had a bit of the bonnet, but you were low, and I did like that. I like that very much. Very much indeed. Mike Oldfield says, thank you for this race, Mitch. It just came up in the randomiser, my friend. All of the races today are from the randomiser. Ollie with a 121.515 and leading the way at the moment. Greg White is 0.3 behind. Oh, saying that, no, it's all changing. Wills fractionally for a moment was fastest, and then Mikey's on it tonight. He's on the top step right now, 0.386 ahead of Wills, who is 0.5 ahead of Ollie, who's 0.3 ahead of Greg, and the rest not setting lap times at the moment. So for the moment, we've got, it's changing all the time. Greg White's just jumped in there. No, let me get this right. Dnotes has not set a time. It's all gone a bit wibbly wobbly at the moment because Mad Mikey's in the pits. That's why it's gone a bit strange. That's fine. Yes, the height. It lacks a button for the height of the seat of the cars. It does. It really does. It's driving me. There's a few little subtle things in Gran Turismo that are in just about every other game, every other racing sim or driving sim, because this isn't a racing sim, it's a driving simulator, that Gran Turismo doesn't have, and I don't understand why a driving sim of the age of Gran Turismo does not have some of the most basic of features, such as being able to move the driving position. I really don't understand it. I really do not understand it. Polyphony Digital, if you are listening, please, can we have a movable camera? It would make life so much nicer for so many people. Right, so Dnotes out front at the moment. But I say that Mikey has got fastest lap at 120.561. Although he's in the pits at the moment. Out on track, we've got Dnotes with a 120.7. And let's just come out of there, because I think I need to start the We need to start the quali in just a moment. So Matt Mikey's looking good for this one again. He does say beyond my skills at the moment. I'm not quite sure what that refers to. If that's referring to driving skills, my word, you're right, lighting the timing charts up this evening. Oh no, he's going to sit this one out. So Mikey was the quickest. What? That's completely thrown me. That's completely baffled me. Oh, Wheels has gone quickest now. I don't know what time Mikey did, but oh, no worries, my friend. How many laps are we doing? I can't remember. 6 laps in this one. Okay. No worries, my friend. Right, where are we? Just under a minute to go. And we're going to have Greg White and Wills, Grenster and Ollie, Dnotes and Rita, number 1 Pops. So only got 7. It's a quiet night again tonight. Bit of a shame, but there we go. So many people register to race with us over the last 3 or 4 weeks. And a lot of people register but then don't race, which is a bit of a shame. But there are also a lot of things that are going on as well. A lot of people busy. Right, let's get this one underway. Let's get the qualifying underway. This is where it really matters now. And this is where we will now know who was sandbagging and who was pushing. So we've got Greg White, Wheels Racing, Grenster, Ollie, Dnotes, Rita, number 1 Pops. 7 runners in this one. It's going to be a quiet night. So I am going to skip this one, and then we will go into the next one, which is going to be Maggiore West End in the GR4s. And if I can do Monza, I will give Monza a go as well. Right, we've got all of the information on, and it's going to be, oh, Dnotes is in the pits. Greg White is leading us around, so Gran Turismo will probably catch up in a minute, I hope. Hopefully I won't need it. Let me just load up, because I haven't loaded this up, the registered racers spreadsheet, just in case I do need it, whilst everybody is rotating. It's just rid of that. Pop that one back up. And let's get back to watching and seeing what people are doing. Right, so we're on the first flying lap at the moment. Wheels is leading away with Greg behind. Ollie in 3rd on the track at the moment. Remember, those positions are not indicative of where they will start. That is literally where they are on the tarmac. And Wheels Racing, well, he's just fluffed that that one. Or Ollie's going to come around, or he stays out the way. Wheels managed to get that over to the right hand side, and it is going to be Greg who is going to be the first one across the line to give us an indicative fastest lap time. Wheels going well until he spun that one. Ollie is still running. I thought Ollie may well have had a T-bone incident on Wheels there, but Wheels doing a great job of getting off the racing line and out of the way with Ollie coming through. Grenster's going well, Rita also, and Dnotes as well. Number 1 Pops in the beautiful McLaren West car. So at the minute, well, not at the minute, but we have got Wheels in a Gran Turismo black and white car. Greg White in the Winfield red, white and blue. Ollie is in a red and white car. Has that got a Red Bull thing to it? Not quite sure, can't see yet. Yeah, it's a Red Bull one. Wheels we saw. Grenster is in the Fond Metal, blue and white car. Rita is also in a Gran Turismo, black and white. Denotes is in Lewis Hamilton's colours, the new Ferrari livery on that car, the 44 for Lewis Hamilton. And he's also got the yellow helmet as well, so really getting into Lewis Hamilton vibes. And number one pops in that beautiful West McLaren, iconic livery from back in the day. David Coulthard and can't think it now, brain's just switched off. David Coulthard ran that one, and yeah, remember those back in the day, hurtling around the track in the Formula One. Great livery, brings back memories. Although none of them wore a helmet like number one Pops' helmet. Number one Pops' helmet is the weirdest helmet you are ever likely to see in Gran Turismo. Right, where are we? We're Greg White on the top step at the moment, a 1:19.539, over half a second ahead of Ollie, who's got a 1:20.1. He's 0.2 ahead of Denotes, who's 0.17 ahead of Grenster, who's 0.2 ahead of number one Pops. So the top 5 are covered by 1.2 seconds. The top 4 are covered by less than a second as it stands. That's incredible, considering we are on a sim and we're all effectively amateurs, not professional racers. It's incredible to find that we're all, well, you guys are all so close together. TCR Mad, thank you for popping in. Evening up, PSR, you legend. Well, I wouldn't call myself a legend. I might call myself a bit of a racing numpty at the moment because I can't race for toffee. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Just a quick lurk and like, bro. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. And where are we right now? So we got the top 5 now are less than a second away from each other. So that is Greg White, Ollie, Denotes, number one Pops and Grenster. The top 4 are 0.7 away from each other. In fact, the top 3 are 0.7. Oh my word, this is tight actually, because Greg White is 0.6 ahead of Ollie, and then you've got Ollie, Denotes and number one Pops are basically around about 0.1, 0.1.5 away from each other. That is incredible. And I think Grenster's just put himself into the mix as well there. So he's just gone 0.224 off of Greg White. Greg White still out there with the fastest lap for the moment. And then 0.2 back to Grenster, 0.3 back to Ollie, so that's 0.6 covering the top 3, 0.715 covering the top 4. Denotes is 0.1 back. Oh, it's incredible, changing all the time at the top there, but really close. The final standings there: Greg White 1:19.5, Grenster a 1:19.7, so just 0.2 behind in second place, and then Denotes is 0.4 away in third, and Ollie is within a second. Number one Pops is within a second, and then Rita and Wheels on 6th and 7th positions. So those are your runners: Greg White, Grenster, Denotes, Ollie, number one Pops, Rita and Wheels. Let's start this race and see what happens. Anything could happen here. We have got the Wall of Champions. We have got the opportunity for 2 very long straights for some overtaking, and we got the technical section where there is an opportunity for a crash. So this is going to be really interesting. Let's put some information on and we'll see how we go. As always in Canada, the sun is beating down on this Gilles-Villeneuve circuit, and we're waiting for the lights. With 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. When they go out, we will be racing, and it is going to be Greg White that will lead us away. Greg's had a brilliant start. Denotes had a pretty good start there too. Can he get on the back of Greg White and keep the inside line? The trouble is you're on the outside when you get into the second part of the corner. So in some respects, on this particular circuit, sometimes it can be better to be qualifying on second place. And Greg White finds the grass there, really dirty tyres. He's tumbling down the order. He's in 3rd position now. He's got a little bit of work to do to climb back up now. And we've got another car going wide in the background. But it is Grenster from Gr.x from Gr.x, and number 1 Pops is up to 4th. Rita's up to 5th, Wheels down to 6th, and Ollie down to 7th. So the 2 youngsters find themselves on the back of the grid right now. And once again, a couple of them really jumping across the curbs there. No penalties at the moment, so we're all good. Gr.x finds himself out front with Grenster 2nd and Gr.x up into 3rd. So Greg is making some moves here. But he's absolutely going to have to get on with it. And the back of that car really loose again. And number 1 Pops goes through. And Gr.x finds himself dropping back just ever so slightly. Oh, wow. Right, where are we? Gr.x out front. Everybody pretty much together. Gr.x in the Lewis Hamilton Ferrari. And Grenster taking a look up the inside. Can he get that done? No. Gr.x manages just to find a little bit of extra power. Number 1 Pops is fancying a little look through here. Grenster goes really deep and he makes the move done, but has he gone too deep? Gr.x is in the inside. Number 1 Pops trying to pick up a slipstream and find his way through. It is Grenster, Gr.x and number 1 Pops, 1, 2 and 3. They've gapped the guys behind. Greg is 1 second behind at the moment. Oh, number 1 Pops into the wall, I think there. That has dropped him back ever so slightly. And that's put him back into the clutches of Gr.x. So much activity going on here. It is hard for me to keep up. Grenster, 0.7 out front now, 0.8 as I am talking. So things just settling down at this point in the race. We're on lap number 2 of 6. Grenster with a huge slide through the mid part of that corner, gathers it up beautifully. I don't know if he has lost some time. A few thousandths of a second, that is all. And he's still setting purple lap times. Gr.x hugging the inside of the curb there, trying to get round and on the power as soon as he can. And he does actually manage to close up slightly, but then Grenster's really got the power down off of that corner, and it's pretty much even Stevens between Grenster and Gr.x. Gr.x still in 3rd. He's 1.5 seconds behind with number 1 Pops all over the back of him as they go through the chicane. And then for the second part of the straight, as we go down into the first corner, can number 1 Pops do a move up the inside on Gr.x? No, not yet. Sizing him up for another lap, maybe. Watching to see where Greg is slightly slower and number 1 Pops can get a move. And there we go, Greg with a big old slide on the exit there. Number 1 Pops with a much better run through there, but there's nothing that he can do. Gr.x still got that car really loose on the back end as the power goes down. And we can just see that Grenster has picked himself up a half-second penalty. Gr.x will have seen that, as will Gr.x. Grenster needs to get a wriggle on now because he's only 1 second ahead of Gr.x. That half-second penalty, how much does it cost around Gilles-Villeneuve? I really don't know. We're going to find out in a moment because Grenster's car will hit the brakes when he reaches the penalty zone, and then you have to get back up to speed. In the meantime, Gr.x will be looking to find a way through. Here we go. Let's see what it's going to cost. It's 1.1 on the track at the moment. Grenster goes into the penalty zone now. He hits the brakes and then he comes off the brakes. Half a second, it's falling. So basically it's cost him about 7 or 8 tenths of a second. He does manage to maintain the lead though. Gr.x was unable to find a way through. Once again, I absolutely hate the way that this game forces you to brake on the track in a race. It's completely idiotic, and nobody will tell me otherwise. I really think it would be better if those penalties were saved up and applied at the end of the race. I know that means that you don't know where you are within the race, but tough. I hate it when there's a car doing a penalty or I'm doing a penalty and then they're jumping back on the racing line for the corner and you're closing at a great rate of knots. PD, get it sorted. Grenster though, 0.8 ahead of Gr.x, and Gr.x is 1 ahead of Gr.x. Greg just struggling with the back end of that car a little bit on the power out of some of the corners. Let's see how he goes on this one. Better on that. But unfortunately still not able to close. Gr.x just pulling away slightly. He's got a slipstream on Grenster, but at the moment not really being able to do very much with this. We're on lap 4 of 6, just about to just about to start lap number 5. We come across the line. Grenster is 1.2 ahead of Denotes, who's 1.3 ahead of Gr.x. Then we've got a bit of a gap back, Ollie to Wheels Racing. They're in a bit of a battle, and Wheels just goes through just as we join them there. The two youngsters very, very, very close together. Is there anything that Ollie can do to get up the inside? He can't quite. He showed his car. Oh, we've got an issue. I think that Greg has been into the wall there. That's dropped him right the way back. He's now back in 5th. But with these two, Wheels Racing with a massive barrel load of opposite lock to collect up that oversteer there. Massive slide through that corner, and that's enabled Ollie to get right on the back of his car, but he can't do too much with it. Ollie with all 4 wheels off the track there. And I don't know if he's going to get a penalty for that. Gr.x just tucks in behind. So all taking a similar line through there. Just a little bit further back. Oh, can Greg do anything here? He's right on the back of Ollie. Ollie going defensive. Gr.x going for the outside as they hurtle down towards the chicane. The last of the late breakers. Gr.x gets by under the slipstream. What a beautiful pass that was. That was real typical Formula 1 stuff, but no DRS or electronic boost or battery or anything like that. Greg did that, pure skill and a lovely overtake there. Ollie finds himself in 5th. Outlaw number 1 pops in 6th, and Rita in 7th at the moment. Grenster out front though on the last lap. He's got just over half a lap to do, looking quite comfortable out front. 1.8 seconds ahead of Denotes now, and Denotes is 6 seconds ahead of Wheels, and Wheels is a second ahead of Greg, who's a second ahead of Ollie, and number 1 pops is 3 seconds back, and then Rita unfortunately is a bit further off the back. So as we come into the closing stages of this one, all the battles have evaporated on us. Yeah, bit strange. Everybody was close, having battles, and then suddenly, it all changed. Right, so on board with Grenster, goes through the chicane for the last time, stays out of the wall. Lovely little move through there. Denotes just in the background. Grenster is going to come across to take the win, 2 seconds ahead of Denotes. And then we've got Gr.x just ahead of Ollie. Ollie clatters it into the concrete wall there, so Greg is going to get a fine 3rd. After some big battling. Ollie got 4th. Number 1 pops in 5th. Wheels struggling at the end of the race a little bit. He's going to come across in 6th. And unfortunately, Rita at the moment in this one. Or a lonely, lonely, lonely race for poor Rita. She is in 7th. But respect for coming across and finishing the race. Ollie hates this track. Feels so narrow. But yeah, quite a race there until the end. And the race has sort of evaporated. I was expecting everybody to be really bunched up and close at the front there in that one. And we got a nice little race through most of it. And then at the end, it all just opened up. Most unusual. If you told me that that was going to end that way, I would have been really, really surprised. Especially given the qualifying times that were so close. I thought that we were in for a really, really close race there. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Right, I must keep drinking. Number 1 pop says, great race until I got stuck in the wall. And Grenster, this track is not made for F1. Could be fun in sports cars. And Deadpool, I raced this track in the 800pp event. It's brilliant. The thing is, it is a Formula 1 track. So when you say it's not good for Formula 1 cars, you know, it is a Formula 1. It's on the Formula 1 calendar. I think. Sure it is. I know it is. Grenster was your winner. A 1:19.226 and the fastest lap. So clean sweep from Grenster there. Denotes in 2nd with a 1:19.8. Gr.x in 3rd with a 1:19.4. Had a bit of a big mixed bag race in that one and wound up 9, nearly 10 seconds away from Grenster. Denotes was a couple of seconds back. And then we had Ollie in 4th, number 1 Pops in 5th, Wheels in 6th, and Rita in 7th for that one. Right, where are we heading off to now? We're heading off to Autodrome Maggiore. No, so try that again. Autodrome Lago Maggiore West End is where we're off to. In the GR4s, we're going to be doing 12 laps around here. It's a short circuit, 12 laps. We're on racing soft tyres, no need to pit, and we'll see how we go. But yes, it was yeah, the last race was good, but it was a bit disappointing at the end. Not at the moment in F1, I think. I think there are better F1 tracks, but this is not bad. Yeah, I was, I don't know, a bit surprised, really, how that one panned out. If I'm perfectly honest, really, really, really surprised. What car are people? I'm going to see what car people are going to go for. I do keep thinking, and I'm really, really thinking about this, of picking one car and getting to know it, because I'm jumping around the cars at the moment, and I'm wondering if that is part of my problem. So the G70, then the TT, the Gr.x, the M4, bouncing around all of them. I really want the M4 to be a good car, and just wondering, should we try it? Should we try it just for fun? Let's give it a go. See how it stands up. I mean, Greg White's gone for the Elantra, which is quick. Wheels is in the Sylvia. Mikey's in the TT. Number 1 Pops is in the G70. G70 would normally be my go-to car. Grenster's gone for the M4, but then Grenster often goes for a non-OP car. So yeah, it'll be very, very interesting to see what we can do around here with this one. The qualifier for this is going to be at 5 past, and I am going to jump out on track. Now, one of the things I've got to remember with this one is to change up early. And do you know what? I really can't get on with that view. You know, everybody says to keep trying it, but I do much prefer this view. Yeah, we need to come out of second in. The Metallic, thank you for popping in and saying hello, and thank you for the confirmation that the F1 is in Canada this Sunday. I thought it was. The trouble is, the way that my brain is at the moment, I didn't want to confirm. I thought it was. Where are we? Couple of minutes. Oh, the marshals are on me already. Didn't take them long, did it? Here comes that Elantra. Off into the gravel. Oh, yeah, we'll see. Don't know how we're going to do, but there we go. Just under 2 minutes to run. We got Greg White and Wheels Racing, Grenster and Ollie, Mad Mikey and D-Locks, myself, Rita. Henny's joined us, and number one pops. And we've got the Greg White is in the Elantra, Wheels is in the Sylvia Spec R, Grenster's in the M4, Ollie's in the Elantra, I'm in the M4, Rita's gone for the 458 Italia. Henny's in the G70 and Outlaw is also in the G70, the GR4 version. Ollie is now in the Nissan GTR GR4. So we've got a bit of a mix of cars here. Deadpool, sorry, got to go. Have a nice rest of the night, guys. Good night, my friend. Thank you for popping in. Cracking racing earlier on, my friend. Really, really, really good racing. We couldn't keep up with you. Hope you are okay, and we'll catch up with you very soon. Have yourself a very, very good night. And right, let's see how we go. So just under a second to go, just under a minute to go in this one. Just gives me enough time to have another quick drink. Incidentally, sorry about the subscriber count that is a little bit off on the stream this evening. I noticed that earlier on when I came online, and haven't had a chance to fix that, but I will try and get that fixed this evening for tomorrow. Going to see how we go in this one. This is a 12-lap race. Just see how things go. So good luck, everybody. And yeah, come on, Mr. Little BMW. Let's see if we can get a half decent run in this. Grenster surprised nobody took the McGann Trophy or the 155. At the moment, we are 15 seconds in and nobody's out on track. Don't know what all that was about, but never mind. Need to be careful with the power in that corner. Don't get it down, get the power down too early, and as you heard there, get a huge slide. Greg White 56.9, fastest lap. For the moment, Wheels just a bit behind. There's a lot of 57s being popped in there. Oh, big slide again now on the exit that corner. Wondering if I need to come out there. And trouble is, I come out in third, it feels so bogged down. Red way out front at the moment. I say way out front, I can see he's got a 56 and everybody else is 57s, but I don't know how low the 56 and how high the 57s are. Just having to keep my eye on what I'm doing here at the moment. Oh. A half-second penalty. This one won't count. Will I take the penalty in this one? Or have I just written off 2 laps? Ooh. Let's get through here. Thank you for the Discord post, Mike. I'll get that to that as quickly as I can. Of course, the penalty is going to wreck this lap. Not that it was very good anyway. Got a better exit there. Ooh. Well down. Oh, Rita's up there in 4th, half a second off the pace, and I'm 1.3 off. Not sure that I picked a good car here again. Although Grenster's in the M4, he's only 0.4 off. He's doing okay, so just goes to show I'm 1 second off of Grenster in the same car. Just so sad. Grenster, I shift before halfway. I shift somewhere around 10 to 25% into the growing rev. Yeah, I'm trying to, I am holding it a little bit more. I was trying to change around halfway up the rev range. You're doing it before halfway. The M4 really need to change it up early. A lot of people rev out the M6, but I'm finding that to be quite good, changing that up a little bit early as well. But yeah, we'll see how we go in this one. It's interesting because I'm lining up behind or along, yeah, alongside number 1 Pops. Now I normally go in the other G70, not the GR4 model, but it'd be very interesting to see how I do against Henny and number 1 in this one. Grenster says, yeah, the M6 is good, both revved and shorted. Greg White has got the pole, it looks like, with Wills on second. 47 thousandths of a second between the pole and the second place. These are professional lap times, as in closeness. Crazy. Greg White and Wills lining up on the front row. Row number 2, Grenster and Rita. Row number 3, Ollie and Henny. And I will be lining up with number 1 Pops on row number 4 with D-Locks off the back. D-Locks not setting a time. He's going to be looking to come through the pack in the Elantra. So we've got Elantra is going to be leading us away. And we've got Elantra off the back of the pack. And then a mishmash of cars in between. We'll see how we go. Grenster, Ollie, should have been faster to have the 2 special friends in row 2. Oh, right, let's see. how we do here. So let's just get the one on. Right. Oh no, I nearly took Ollie out there, nearly put him into the gravel. It's just compromised me a little bit going up the hill here, although we have got the inside. Have to work to catch up with Ollie now. Glen still with a big old slide on the exit there like I've been getting. Oh no, on the sausage there. Just playing for track position through here. See Ollie's dropped back a bit. Hope we were all good. We were running side by side for a long time and I haven't done anything untoward. Greg White, Grenster and Rita out front. So Grenster going well in the BMW. Rita going really well in the Ferrari. I've got an Elantra chasing me down behind at the moment. Number 1 and Will's just in front. Number 1 just going a little bit deep into that corner. Not sure I'm alongside enough. Here comes that Elantra behind. We'll do the old switcheroo on that one. Big slide there. Greg White, Grenster, Rita and Will's just too far ahead of me at the moment. Seem to be constantly defending on the Elantra at the moment. Nine of 12. I'm in a right old battle with D-Locks here. Oh no, I'm in the gravel. Oh, sorry, Ollie. Number one pops with 2 wheels in the dirt there. I'm not close enough to punish. Just trying a different line through there, didn't quite work out. Oh, I couldn't quite do it. Oh, well done, Pops. Well done, well done, well done. Oh, so I had one heck of a battle with D-Locks, and then D-Locks pulled over for me to catch up. Then I managed to run away a little bit. Oh, that Elantra is quick, very, very, very quick. It really is I think the go-to GR4 car at the moment. Very, very, very quick car. But I tell you what, I did enjoy that BMW. I was very, 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 very surprised in that one. Very surprised indeed. William just saying he needs to use the radar more. That's one of the reasons why I prefer the view with the mirror. Definitely get on better with the dial view rather than the bonnet cam view, without question. But looked like a good old battle out front. The result, Greg in the Elantra, a 56.953 wheels in that Silvia spec car. It's a very underrated car, that. It's a good one. 0.248 behind, but a fastest lap of 56.865. So just pipping Greg White to the fastest lap there. Grenster in the other M4 in third, a 57.418, showing that the M4 is a doable car. Rita with a 5-4th. Number one Pops pipping me on the line for 5th. I was 2.5 tenths off of number one Pops. Had a great battle with D-Locks as well throughout that race. He wound up 7th. Henny in 8th and Ollie in 9th. I'm hoping Ollie and I were good on one of the corners where it got a little bit leery. He dropped back quite a lot at one point, and I'm wondering whether we might have squeezed or something. If we did, Ollie, shout at me. Greg White, Wheels and Grenster, you're 1, 2, 3. Right, we are off to Monza for the last one tonight. Oh, I should sit this one up. I really fancy doing it. Grenster says, so the GTR is horrid, says Ollie. And the Grenster says, for comparison, the Elantra has the same power as a GTR, but weighs 200 kilograms less, albeit being front-engined, front-wheel drive. Greg White, having to get used to the Elantra for BTCC tyres may be a problem, he says. And Ollie, honestly, Rita, I have no clue where I even saw you. So we are good. Right, let's see. Where are we? Well, I tell you what. I am going to stick with my BMWs. Mikey has gone Audi. I'm wondering whether I should go BMW. I really do. Where are we? We are at past. I am going to start the qualifier for this one at 25.2, which should mean that's going to take us up to the to around about 11 o'clock, which will be quite nice to finish up. Because it was a little bit late last night, and one of the other things I want to do is I do want to commentate one of the races. Also, I think that Greg said that there was a PSR Classic race earlier on this evening. I can't remember where it was and which one it was, but that could be one for me to have a look at as well at some point. We've got Greg White is in the Ford GT race car. Wheels is in the RA LMS. Grenster is in the Suzuki VGT. Ollie's in the Citroen. Dnotes has gone for the AMG. I'm in the M6. Henny's in the Mercedes AMG. Number one Pops is in the 911. I'm just not sure if the M6 is the right choice. Looking at all of those. Greg's in a very quick car in a straight line. Yeah, that Mercedes is pretty grunty and quick too. That Dnotes and Henny's in. Gonna be a difficult one. Is Rita sitting out on this one, or are you sitting out or ticking in, Rita? From my point of view, I'm just going to rest my back for the minute and my head, and then I'm going to try and race this one. If it all goes wrong, I will back out. But for the minute, I'm just going to drink the rest of my tea. I've been told I'm not drinking enough. I need to drink more. Greg, if you're having to get used to the Elantra for the BTCC, do you want to do an Elantra night tomorrow night? If you do, hit me up in the Discord, mate, and tell me which tracks you want to do and tyres and fuel multipliers and stuff. Let me know the details of 4 races and we'll do them tomorrow night. Obviously they won't be as long as Hulkies. I'll stick to 5 or 6 lap races, but if it's going to help you guys prepare for the BTCC, then give me a shout. And we'll all jump into the Elantra. If you're up for that, let me know. Whew. Right, so where are we at with the subs right now? Just go across onto the other. $5,514. Incredible. Henny just parking up the AMG there. He's in the man filtered Dakra car. Greg White in that Ford. Kobe Juice on the back of it, Michelin on the front, PSR on the side. There we go. That's all tooled up with Kobe Juice. Henny's just coming out. The AMG is quick, but you've got to be careful of this one. I find out of the corners, the back end can get a bit lively at times. So we'll see how that one goes. Oh, Rita's jumped into the M6, so I am not alone. On this one, I'm allowing racing soft, racing medium, racing hard tyres. So it's entirely your call which tyres you want to go with. It's only 1-on-1, so people should be on the soft tyres. But if you prefer the mediums, you can go with the mediums. Right, we've got Greg White, Wheels Racing, Grenster, Ollie, Dnotes, me, Rita, Libyath has just joined in the Viper. Oh, another beast of a car. Henny is sticking with the Mercedes, and number one Pops in that beautiful 992 with the Marlborough, the Gungy Marlborough livery, looking very nice on that car. I don't know if number one Pops is out on track. Let's have a quick look. No, he's in the pits at the moment. Oh no, there you go, he's going out. We've got just under a minute and we'll have a very, very quick look at the livery on this car. It's whoever's done that has done a brilliant job. And I always enjoy number one Pops's liveries because he goes for like rat roddy, grungy, post-race, post-race type liveries rather than just something that is super spick and span, like it's just come off the showroom and flashing the lights. There we go, number one. Yeah, just a lovely livery on that car. Somebody's done a smashing job on that. The fact it's advertising cigarettes, which is something I wouldn't condone, of course. It doesn't matter. I mean, Marlboro being a synonymous livery with Formula One and Ayrton Senna and McLaren back in the day, but beautiful to see it on that Porsche. And we are at time to go. So I can't sit there enjoying that livery all night long. We've got work to do. And the work that we've got to do is to get out there and see if we can get a half decent race. The last one wasn't too bad, but we need to get on this. I've dropped back, by the way, to the dial view. I'm not getting on with the other view at all. So I have dropped back to this dial view. Right, 5 minutes of quali. And then we are going to have a race around Monza. As always, guys, in the race, please be careful of turn one. It is not an opportunity for a pump fest. Right, are we going? He's up with me getting out the pits today. Look at that. 20 seconds gone before I'm even allowed out the pits. Somebody doesn't like me this evening again. Oh, I forgot the BMW does not like those curbs at all. We'll try and let number one pop through in a moment because I'm so slow tonight. I seem to be really slow this week, actually. Number one off, and in the gravel. Right, so I need to do everything in the corners. No jumping across the start finish here. Keeping a wheel on the track. Okay, here we go. Past that. Only probably going to get one flyer in here, maybe two. We got a little bit deep into that one. Oh no, on earth did I get a track limit through there? That's it, that's me done. No time to come in and go back out again. Oh, let's put it into the barrier for good keeping. Okay, there's nobody behind, but we'll Take a little trip through the gravel. Wheels putting it on the front row at the moment, a 149.744. I'm not going to get in the way of these two cars behind me. Just let those two guys go through. We should get one flyer. Let's go a bit crazy, shall we? Wheels are 149.7 out front. Let's not go crazy. It's a silly idea. Braking early enough this time. Oh, just don't get on that curb. Just completely kills the car. Seemed to be a car well off in the gravel there. I think he's gone on holiday. Not sure who that was. Down in 8th, 3 seconds off the pace. Oh my gosh. No. So we're running with Henny and Rita at the moment. Gr.x off the back at the minute. Gr.x's well down in that Ford in 6th. That's a surprise. I was expecting to see that further up. Ollie, that was me having a vacation. I can't drive today. My friend, I can't drive this week. Something has gone in my head that I just do not seem to be able to hook anything up at the moment. Wills and Libiath will be leading us away on the first row. Grenster and Ollie on row number 2. Number 1 Pops and Greg White on 3. Henny and myself on 4, with Rita and Gr.x on row number 5. Let's get this one underway. That's going to take us up to just about 11 o'clock. So this will be the last one for this evening. And then I will be disappearing and we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe in the Elantra tomorrow. It depends if Greg reaches out to me. We will see. Some testing for the British Touring Car Championships that Hulkie's doing. I did notice earlier on that there are a couple of seats left in the BTCC, only 2. It's been a very popular championship again. Hulkie putting on some great championships, as does Rita. Rita hosting her 20th season, maybe the 21st season. I'm not sure of the actual number. Let's just take it easy through here. Oh, I got into the side of D-locks there. Right, let's go, mate. Let's go. Let's go catch those guys. Hey, I was just half a second again. Why is it with me in that corner tonight? Right, I'm going to go quiet and concentrate now, because D-Locks and I have got some work to do. I need to try and stay with D-Locks and help him. I think D-Locks is probably going to run away. Pick up a bit of a slipstream here just to minimise the pain. Whoa! Told you, I can't race tonight at all. And that's with traction control on one. Just broke away completely on me there. Right, I need Ollie to go on another vacation now. Oh. I have a funny feeling that's a young lady that has just slowed down to wait for me. Thank you. Ollie's just having a vacation, I think, as well. Either that or he's just stopped to read the newspaper. Is he with us? He is. Is he still with us? 1-0. Yeah, he's catching. He's catching. That's good. Half a second behind us right now. There he is. Porsche getting bigger and bigger and bigger in my mirrors. Wow, he got a good run out that corner. Oh, where's Ollie gone? Has he got a penalty? I could well get one in a minute. Go, go, go. Go on, Ollie. Ugh, the gravel. Go, Rita. Pedal to the metal time. Oh. Where are we? I think us guys at the back are all looking to bunch up. Here we go. Oh, it's a big old smash behind. Oh my word. Yours truly was the only one to go through there without getting in a mush. Oh, that could be a penalty. Oh, Ollie's off again. I can't get used to Ollie crashing all the time like this. What's going on? The Dodge is fast, but he doesn't like stopping. Couldn't stop getting penalties. Yeah, the Dodge I thought was an interesting choice for this one. Oh, gone out too wide. Ollie may be jet lagged from Laguna Seca. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of work. To be fair, Ollie has been running the daily race C at Laguna Seca today. He's been racing with top split racers yesterday and today. Rory Alexander, Sammy Snake, some of the top people So I can imagine that he's probably completely drained. And I think maybe there could be, there's some fatigue kicking in there, Ollie. You can have too much of a good thing sometimes. Maybe just... I know I do that. When I get tired, I go right off a cliff. Right off a cliff. Right, okay, where are we? Oh, Ollie, you can drive, my friend. You can drive. Grenster, the Suzuki VGT is worth getting to know. Really practices your throttle control, gear management, and snap recovery. Wow. Right. Well, there we go. That is going to be me done for tonight, I'm afraid, guys. We'll be back with some more races tomorrow. But before we do that, Wills was your winner. Wills has been on it tonight, going really well. 149.391. Grenster's up there, a 149.770. Just 0.6 of a second behind Grenster. And Greg White in third with a 149.286 and the fastest lap. Number one Pops in fourth, Libya fifth. I got sixth in that one. Deluxe in seventh, Rita in eighth, Henny ninth, and poor Ollie, who's had a mare of a night tonight, in 10th. Better luck tomorrow. Ollie, go and get an early night, get some rest. Leave the daily races alone tomorrow, and then come back and smash it in the Elantra. I think we may well be doing that. Wills, Grenster, and Greg White, your top three. Greg, what do we feel about the Elantra for tomorrow? He did say earlier on, having to get used to the Elantra for BTCC. Tyres may be a problem. Greg, as I said earlier on, if you want, let me know the 4 tracks, or maybe even 5, and we'll do 6-lap sprints. Let me know what tracks, tyres, etc., and we'll get that one set up. Ollie, I might start using my wheel again. Controller feels off to me at the moment. A change is as good as a rest, they say. A change is as good as a rest. Give that one a whirl. Right, there we go then, guys. That is me done for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I will be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. As I said, looks like we might be in the Elantra to give the BTCC guys a try. I believe that Hulky has still got 2 spaces left for the BTCC on Wednesday, unless they've gone this evening, which they might have done. So if you are interested in doing that, please check in with him. And of course, the other channel that I collaborate with is TCSRL. Triple Crown Sim Racing League, TCSRL. Rita hosts it, and they, I think, are getting ready for their next season coming up in a few weeks' time. I'm probably wrong with that, but if you are interested in doing a single championship, the British Touring Car with Hulky, and then if you're interested in doing a few more during the week for accolades, points, kudos, whatever, then go and check out Rita. She's recruiting at the moment, but I'll tell you now, for both Hulky and Rita, you need to be clean and respectful. That is the mantra around here, and those two really lean on that. So those 2 names again, Hulky Racing and TCSRL, Triple Crown Sim Racing League. If you want to reach out to those guys, they are in the PSR Discord. They have their own channels, as does Power 2.5, the Outlaws, and also Drat Fury, that is planning some drifting and truck racing and some other fun things for those of you that are into that sort of thing. So at PSR, within our Discord, links to lots of different types of racing for you. It doesn't just have to be the little 5-lap sprints that I do from 9 to 11 Monday to Friday. Lots of other opportunities and weekend racing as well. Right, I am going to disappear. Have yourselves a great morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever you're doing. Have a great one. I'll be back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and I will see you then. For now, take care. Bye.